Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is the adventures of Backtracking Bubba. This is Bubba. Say hi, Bubba. She says hi. And I am your faithful guide through this journey you've been through before, but in a slightly different way. If you don't get it, we're in backtracking mode, which is why we're here. I just came here just because, mostly. I thought she was the one that taught us the charge attack, but it's not her. It's the one that did that is somewhere else. Couldn't tell you where. But it's fine. Anyway, I need to go and retrieve my goddamn silk. Sure, whatever. So as I said, I did a bit of wandering around here, and I came here. Originally, in the floor was one of those exploding things that we haven't seen in a very long time. And for you, it has still been a very long time since you've last seen it, at least in this playthrough. It leads down here. And because we've done this song and dance already, this was hardly a surprise. Then there was another one here that leads, well, opened a path down. There was another up here. Broke that. Came up here. There was more, the shell shards. I like shell shards. I need shell shards. I will accept them when they are given. And so I also descended further through this area. I did it the hard way. I did it the long way. But I know for certain that there is nothing else going on in this area. Ultimately, all of that brought me here. I still haven't done this successfully yet, and, well, I highly doubt this is going to be the time we succeed either, but I'm always looking forward to being surprised. Back off. I didn't expect that to work out like it did. I promise you, I am pressing the button. I am pressing the button. I don't like this. Ow. God dang it, man. I forgot the button for the stupid... What is it called again? Claw line. Look, if it's just going to keep dropping shell shards, I won't say no. I wish I had the... What is it? Trinket. I wish I had the trinkets that increase the value of the shell shards you pick up. Granted, it probably wouldn't do much for us in this particular case because it's 1, 2, 3 per drop. Oh, right. Speaking of trinkets, I remembered after we ended the episode that there was a trinket we picked up. I will show that off in a bit. Right now, I just want to focus on preserving my health. And now, I understand why these platforms even exist in the first place. Alright, let's do it again. What the? I pressed the goddamn A button. I don't understand what's going on here. What? I keep... And so yeah, that's how it went before when I originally found the area, but except for the part where the A button keeps just not doing A button things, I don't get that part. What the? I'm telling, seriously. I press the A button and sometimes, frankly, rather frequently now. It just doesn't do what it's supposed to. So I guess there's something up there I haven't reached yet. By that I mean there's an area up there that allows us to come down. I guess there's maybe one of those explosive things that typically reforms the map, like the frick. I was free. I don't know why. I went back and ran into the guy, but right, I only have one silk, so now that I think about it, maybe I should have brought the trinket that reduces the damage we take from lava. Well, it should be fine, right? It should be fine. What the? Should I tell you how angry I am? I took. No. It took way more tries to do that than it actually should have. And the only reason it actually did is because the last two of the little flying spitter shooters, as you would have seen, assuming you're watching, as you would have seen, I had to use the claw line to actually get back into range of them. Otherwise, they would literally just sit in the middle or even somewhere close to the far side and just spit at me over and over. And I you wouldn't believe how sick of it I am. Very is how sick of it I am. But at least for once, there was actually a reward for going through the trouble of fighting enemies you otherwise didn't really need to. So there's that, at the very least. It would have been just spit in your eye if they... And that's one of the things that bothers me about this game. The game itself, good stuff. No question about that. Why aren't there rewards for the wave-based fights and all of those other things when you get locked into a small area with certain enemies? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. Like the fight, that's good stuff, good enough, right? But you get no actual... You don't get, like, grab that. You don't get anything that grants meaningful progression in any way, like the mask shard we just picked up. Things like that. The shards that let you extend your thread count. More of that if we're going to be doing these fights that don't otherwise do anything for us. If the fight itself isn't part of opening up an area, for example, or doesn't serve some story-based purpose, there should be a reward for it. And that's one of the things that really bothers me. Wait, let me take this trinket off as well. Speaking of trinket, I do need to show you the other one. Now, the claw mirror is a mixed bag. For sure, the damage it does is disgusting when it lands. Otherwise, it basically doesn't exist. But when you can get it to work, it deals so much damage. As you've seen before up to now, since we've had it, it has made the difference in certain fights. Granted, trying to get it to land has also made fights that probably should have been over faster take a little longer. One additional silk. Another thing that bothers me, the warding bell really should preserve your silk at the very least. But that's just me. Maybe you don't agree. Maybe you like it not really doing much of anything for you. This is value as well. Oh, speaking of multi-binders for extra healing, guess we'll do that for now. Anyway, the barbed bracelet is what we picked up last episode and then summarily forgot existed. I tested it out and it basically just makes you take double damage. Which, considering the fact that enemies hit for 2 health minimum in the higher reaches of the map, no. For example, let's see. Let me just show you something. 1, get over here. 2, 3. Three hits is how many it's. I already knew it was 3 hits. I just wanted to make sure you knew. But 3 hits is what it takes to get to the center of that particular enemy's Tootsie Roll. That sounds like a euphemism. Don't think like that. Anyway, so this causes you. This guy undoubtedly deals 1 health in damage, right? Now he deals 2. But the main piece de resistance is the fact that this barbed bracelet also increases the damage you deal. But for the life of me, I cannot tell you by how much. Because he still took 3 hits. Now maybe this is percentage scaling and not just a hard, solid number. And by that I mean, say my attack is 5 and I deal 5 damage per hit. If it's increasing it by, say, 50%, then I'm dealing, 7.5 damage? But if it were to increase it by, say, 5, then I'd just have double damage. And since I haven't been able to actually get my weapon sharpened, or however the upgrading for it works, we're still basically at dealing base damage, aside from the crest, which deals much more than the original one we started the game with. So there's no way that this bracelet adds a solid number onto your attack damage. It has to be percentage based, which means I go from dealing basically nothing to some more nothing. 1, 2, 3. I'm not entirely sure that one only takes 3 hits. But it's close enough that there's hardly a difference. It's between 3 and 4 for that particular enemy. The barbed bracelet, at least as things stand, is not worth it. Forget it exists. Because I certainly will. So, that brings us... We go left. Hold that for me. just another shell shard farm. Like I said last episode, I sure would like to find more of those things that let you upgrade or create tools, because I really want to get the automaton. Even though, right, speaking of things, where is the slave at? Yeah, that's him. He's over there near the bench. I think we should mark it with this. It's not great as far as placement is concerned, but maybe on top of the bench. That's a place we need to constantly return to. That goes to a new area. I really wish this... Oh, because we don't have the map, that's why we can't see where it goes. Also, you'll note that this is marked with one of the red markers. That's because that leads to the mist. I ran all the way back over there just to find that out, and left. Because screw the mists. If I don't have to deal with that mess, I'm not going to. I do need to go here. This is actually... Yeah, so that's what we can do. We'll try to go down here. If that doesn't work out, what can you do? I know these two are still... Actually... Mark that off properly. Those are still... These are doors that have the switch on the far side. So, I'm assuming this could lead around to it. But that doesn't explain this one. That one's going to be interesting. Once we're done down here, we'll head up here. See if we can finally figure this out. I would also like to get the crying thing out of my inventory. I would appreciate that. Don't think I didn't see it. I'm more concerned with this, though. Alright, let me at him. I hate it here. Alright, so I'm going to have to work for it. Is that it? I'm prepared. Okay. How many times did we hit that guy? Okay. So, this will be interesting. A trade. Goodness. Okay, I see how this is going to go. What the frickin'... Okay, we can't do that until we find a bench to sit on. Right. Now I remember how much I hate those guys. Okay, let's try this again. Successfully this time, shall we? Where did I lose it? Over here somewhere. Can't be bothered. Right. I see. Motherfricking, I didn't... I'm a little upset. Reactions. Oh, that's the good stuff. Well, if we get into trouble, I have... Hi there. A Silk Eater. Stop throwing that. Mighty annoying. Okay. I know where we are now. This isn't permanent, though. goes up, and then it comes right back down. Yeah. Wait, but... didn't that... There was another one that was like this. I think it permanently opened the opposite side. But I don't remember because I don't trust them. The frick do you mean? There's gotta be a bench around here somewhere. The frick did I just do? Oh. Okay, so we have a simple solution for a rather obnoxious problem. Get a better shell, idiot. Frankly, I'm thinking of... yeah, it's basically... I mean, sure, the bench in the deep docks is closer. There's also... oh yeah, there's that vendor, but I emptied her out. There's very little difference between the distance of the bench that we have currently as our save point and the one that's in this area. Thanks, hate you. I also need more simple keys because you never know. Okay. Let's see if she's got anything new for us. Oh, I guess we have more conversation. The behavior of your fellow workers, I've seen similar agitation upon the roads. These docks are not alone in the strangeness of their occupants. I could not even begin to imagine what her voice was before. So let's assume she's got the daintiest, most feminine voice ever conceived. This is odd behavior to be sure, but not for Ballo and us to know. Ours is busy work and we keep to ourselves. Whatever the goings on of the outside world, no bother to us as long as our craft can continue.
That's fine.
I don't care. Give me. There it is. Okay. You have nothing to offer. Your forge is cold. Unless she's not talking about her forge. Well, she is talking about her forge. You know what I mean. Let's see. Come and get it. You earned it. Good job. Ah, I think I understand. What the fricking... So, God dang it. Like I said, I was curious to know what access point we would have to get to this side, since there's a switch on the opposite side. But apparently, you run from this side to that side, grab whatever's in there, hit the switch, spawn the bridge again, and then you come right back. And then none of this matters ever again. So we just have to get back to that side, which is simple enough. Thought so. Because I can. That's why. He went into the fire. You can't help him. Okay. So... Well, and for a penny, right? Ooh, frick. All right. That actually turns it into a shortcut. So you can now go from up here straight across. It's certainly better. Still not great in terms of where we need to go to recover our silk, but hey. I think I'll actually go ahead and heal. Right, I'm stupid. Should we just recall our silk now? Because I can only imagine that there's no way on earth this doesn't end in violence. There has to be another bench down here somewhere, right? Inspect. A bucket overflowing with smoldering flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. So, let's see. Remove these. Mark another. Oh, we can take this and do that. Another point of interest down here. Hold on. Okay. Isn't the... There we go. Oh, that's why the map doesn't go down further than that. I think we should use this instead. Right about there, right? Let's go ahead and use the Silk Eater. Silence, buddy. Well, that'll be you next. Back off. I see. Hold this. Poor brother Cygnus. Okay. He dies this episode. How the frick do I even get back to him? This guy is now our mission. I had no idea what we were going to be doing today. Lo and behold, it's going to be this guy. Give me stuff. Okay. You know what? Simple. Have problem, find solution. I can basically just drop. Okay. The frick out of my gang. I was hoping I could get over that. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't worth it. What? Get in there. Oh, that's not good. And just imagine if I had the freaking claw mirror, we could have been using the heal to also deal damage, of course. Also risky. Interesting. While also risking taking extra damage. At the same time. So what do I get for doing this? Get a bench. I don't hate that. Cost us a pretty penny, but in the end, I think the cost was worth what we managed to accomplish in that fight. What was that, the third time we fought him? And then cleared both him and, I guess, his brother? Lover? Dad? Uncle? Grandfather? Pen pal? You belong in the flames. Yeah, we've already been in here before, so we don't need to go this way. What? I got hit because she did the low attack. Rather than the overhead. Screw me, I guess. Didn't see these the first time I came through here. Okay, there are 2 more places to explore. I don't know how much time we have left, but after what happened at the beginning of the episode, and then we beat that guy, an actual boss, though I don't know how. I'm pretty sure we couldn't get to him without the claw line. Yeah, there's no way we could get here without the claw line. So, No. This one we could have gotten to without the claw line. The arena where we died last time and had to use the Silk Eater to get our silk back from, that's what requires the claw line. Speaking of which, I do still have a vendetta against those guys. Silk Eater? Yep. That's one. Mother fricking. This place doesn't stop. I hate all of that. Stop. This was not worth it. I mean, how many freaking... What are they called? I used the word earlier. Crest. How many freaking crests are there even in the game for there to be this many memory lockets? May as well go ahead and heal up. Can't touch this. What? Oh, you go straight down, though. That's easy. He's got a little bit of Kamehameha going on, in that he deals some AoE outside of himself, but nothing we can't deal with. I could use the Pimpillo Bomb to make this quicker. I wish I could jump a little higher, and then I could use the R1. And I know I said R1 even though I'm also using an Xbox controller, so... Shoulder button, that's the word. I don't like that. As long as it goes up and not in a straight line towards me. You spit that at me? No. Alright, I hate it here. What do you mean? What was the point of that thing, then? Hi there. Why does this alcove even exist? Motherfucker. I'll fight your family. This place... Whoa. This place just keeps going. Worth it, I guess. Oh, crap. Oh, motherfucking... Hate it here. Hate it here. farm this guy for healing. Oh, I don't like this. No freaking way. There are 2 of them? Actually, 3 at the very least. I'm just really glad I have a habit of deploying the parachute when there's a sudden unexpected drop. Maybe I should have farmed that guy for healing. We can make it up back to where we were, and we can make it past there, but good lord. But we have to be full health, because I'm just going to be skipping. What? What do you mean? And I guess I can farm these guys for healing. Okay. Would have worked a lot better if I hadn't lost the passive. What? Okay. Number one, I'm super glad the Silk didn't spawn higher up. That would have been annoying. We are taking hits going up here. Oh no, as a quick aside, what in the world? What in the world is the point of the Thread Storm? There's no way that's ever going to be as good as the Silk Spear. between its range and what I'm seeing as its damage. What's the point of this? I can't imagine it's anywhere near as good. But I probably need to use 2 of these in order to kill the giant wall slugs. Could call them lava slugs, I guess. And I don't know what this thing's damage even begins to look like, so I can't even begin to try to equip this. Especially considering that it requires 80 beads right off the bat. This might be alright for the lava slugs. And as always, the Pimpillo Bomb is just over here being the Pimpillo Bomb. Old Faithful. Yeah, I swapped the Sting Shard in place of the Flint Slate, which proved its mettle against the boss, Sizz, just a while ago. So I'm super glad that it was still here, but I don't understand how the Sting Shard is not equipped. Like I said, I was going to be taking some hits. Thankfully, it was just the one. I was just too good. What? What do you mean, lol, no? Okay, so there was just some do-nothing breakable up here. Wait a minute. Yeah, that leads... I'm doing that. Okay. Glad I... Oh, I am so glad I actually did that. Because I remembered, wasn't there a lava slug out here? And I didn't see the area that it looked like it should have been. So I'm super glad I went back, because that would have annoyed me. Of course, I'm not going to have any information on this. Why would I even bother to whip out the map? Ring-a-ding-ding. An old diving bell. Its door is shut tight by an ornate clamp. Okay, screw me, I guess. Mark this down in the map. I wish I could zoom in closer to the map. It's goddamn PNG. Just let me zoom all the way in. Ornate clamp. If I didn't have something else to do before we end this video, I would be upset. Okay. Let's have us a seat first. Oh, right. Off camera, I also killed these guys. I happened to be crossing paths with them on the way to where we started the episode, and since they were there and I was there and I could kill them, I did. I actually didn't kill that many of them. There were some that were there that actually spawned like 5 of these, maybe even 6 at a time when you killed them. Made it incredibly easy and fast, way faster than I was expecting it to be. Right, we were... we don't? No, we do need this because one of those guys that throws the bombs spawns. You know what? Trying to use this in a combat situation with multiple enemies is going to be an interesting task. Very interesting. Oh, it's a sauna. Nice. Oh, I have to reload it manually. I realize now I didn't have to reload the entire thing. I didn't have to give it 80. I am the fool. Alright. At least I can start saying gun. That's going to be really awkward to try and use midair. Yeah, and then there's the other thing that we found. We can't do anything with. Thing down here. To go. Actually, I tried to use gun. You have to ready it, which means there's a delay in actually dealing your damage. This thing already, ratings-wise, just the fact that it costs money to use, like actual money, not shell shard money. It costs real premium currency, we'll call it. This thing was at a 1 at worst. At best, 3 out of 5, I mean, not out of 10. Out of 10 is silly. But the fact that it also has a delay before it actually deals its damage drops its rating. Oh. How many hits does it normally? It's trying to determine how much damage this thing does is difficult because it fires quickly once you get it going. I was hoping it was going to have a slower fire rate so I could track its damage output. Great, and you can't even reload it while you're out in the wild. What the freaking... I hate how wide the range on that explosion is. Right. Okay, so... I may liberally apply the pin pillow bomb to this problem. Get out of the air. Can't even get the gun out. Like I said, it's difficult to determine the value of this thing. I would actually prefer the flint slate because I need to kill those guys quickly. We'll take that. You can never have too many shell shards. Unless you're maxed out, then that's weird. I was about to rush down there and get my goodies. How quickly we forget. Allies? What allies? There's just Bomberman. Wind trading 101. Can't reach that. So what were they holding out on us? Oh, right. frick are you doing up here? Unity, apparently. Was it worth it? For a flea? No. But it's something, right? At the very least, it's something. Of course, that leads me to the next question. Where to next? I've got 2 places marked here that we need to return to once we acquire something. And they both require something different. One is related to the ornate clamp for the diving bell at the bottom, and the other is for the bucket of flint steel or flintstone. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back, according to the way I work things out. Apparently last episode was on Friday, so probably tomorrow, unless no, there's definitely going to be an episode tomorrow, and then no, as a matter of fact, probably certainly for the rest of the week. I have to do the usual looking into stuff for whatever it is we're going to upload alongside this, so I can have a break from it, because I apparently need that more than I would have expected. Anyway, it might end up being another Metroidvania, or frankly, who knows what the frick. I have a lot of stuff I could play, stuff I want to play as well. But I want to play it with a high frame rate, you know? I'm a little greedy like that. So if I can swing it, I will. We'll see how things turn out. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.